Hey guys! So I was tagged by SiffaScary, I'll put a link to her channel in the description, to do a recovery tag. And so here it is on my recovery tag. Oh, who do I tag? UniqueRkw. I said that right. Although she is apparently changing her channel name soon, so I would like to tag UniqueRkw. Okay, question number 1. When and why did you start self-harming? I started milder forms of self-harm when I was about 5 years old, approximately. I would use blunt objects to hurt myself and create pain, and I called it making pain. It was what I didn't know that anyone else did it. I knew that I was ashamed of it. I hid it. I would hide in a room and behind a locked door and do it, and I was ashamed of it, and nobody knew. Nobody knew for a long time. So I did that when I was about 5, and I started cutting when I was an adult. I was a young adult, and I started cutting, and then other forms of self-harm. I won't go into it. So yeah, I've been self-harming for almost my entire life. Wow. Anyways, okay, next question. It's hard to see because I'm looking into the lens and I'm trying really hard not to look into the viewfinder. Sorry, I'm pointing at you. And it's very bright, so I have a hard time reading afterwards because everything is like I can see in lights. How long have you been in recovery? If we consider recovery something where we fall once in a while, it's been about 3 years. I made it 1 year and 8 months, and I made it 5 months, then I made it another bunch of months, and I fell, but I would get up. So, and 1 year and 8 months, that kicks ass. That really kicks ass, so I'm pretty proud of it. But in recovery, like actively really trying to get better, I would say has been about 3 years. Yeah. How long have I been self-harm free? That's less impressive. That's less impressive. It's been about 2 months. That's since I did self-harm. 2 months. What inspired me to recover? I had goals. When I made it to 1 year and 8 months, I wanted to have a foster home. Hop, 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 fuck, hop, fuck, hop, fuck. Piss off. Piss off. Sorry. Not sorry. Sorry, not sorry, not sorry. But I'm sorry if I... Shut up with the sorries already. Okay. What was the question? What inspired me to recover? Yeah, I had goals. I wanted to have a foster home, and I wanted to be normal, and I wanted to be a good example to people, to you guys. I wanted a lot of things, and I knew that I couldn't achieve a normal life if I kept on cutting. I knew that I wasn't gonna have everything that I wanted to have if I was living a life where I was in and out of hospital getting stitches all the time. So yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted to get better for me and for everyone else, for those who cared about me. Next question, which I'm finding really hard to see right now. What is the hardest part of recovery? What is the hardest part of recovery? I think Sif said this in her video. The urges. The urges to self-harm are really, really hard. I often actually don't even feel like cutting lately. I don't feel like cutting, but when I do, it's pretty hard. And yeah, basically that. Okay. Won't make that any longer than I have to. 3 reasons recovery is worth it. Okay, because you can't live a normal life if you're cutting or burning or whatever it is that you're doing. You can't reach your potential. Because without self-harm, you can live up to your goals. You can make goals that you can achieve without self-harm. There are a lot of things that you can't do if you're self-harming. At least in my case, what I wanted to do was have a foster home, and if I'm self-harming, then there's no way they're gonna let me have take care of children. I have to be mentally stable. Recovery is worth it because it feels really good. It feels really good. You know, when I made it a year and 8 months, it felt really good, and then another 5 months, it felt good. It felt, I was proud of myself. So that's another reason, definitely. And I guess a 4th reason I'm just throwing out there for my family and my friends who worry about me, who maybe have trouble dealing with it themselves, dealing with my issues themselves, because it's a pretty stressful thing to have a friend or a family member that does that kind of thing. So definitely my friends and family are a reason. Words of encouragement, that's the last one. You can really do it. You can do it. I mean, I was really bad off. I was really, really bad off. 59 stitches at once, tried to open my stomach a few times. I was really bad off, and cutting so often and so severely, I didn't think that I had a chance to recover. I was in the pits of it, and the fact is that if I can make it as far as I've made it, 3 years with very little self-harm, then anyone can do it. You can do it. All you have to do is really, really try, because it is hard as all hell. It is hard. It is really hard. But it's worth it. It's worth it. And you can do it. You can. You don't think you can because you're doing it so often, the urges are strong, but there are ways to get around that. There are ways to avoid self-harm, and if you just look it up, you do a basic search on the internet, ways to avoid self-harm, and you find this list of lists, and you find all these ideas on the internet that are wonderful. And I've created a whole playlist on my channel page, if you're interested, with ways to avoid self-harm that may help. Anyways, it can be done. It can be done. It can. And I'm proud of all of you who have made it as far as you've made it, however far you've made it. If it's an achievement for you to make it as far as a week or a day or a month or a year, however long you've made it, I'm proud of you. And it's just, gosh, I'm an emotional brat. I feel like crying all the time, and I feel so, you're so important, and you deserve better than to hurt yourself. So know that someone cares, even though we don't really know each other. Not really. Know that someone cares, and that you can do it, and that someone believes that you can do it. So yeah, that's my video for today. Like I said, I tag UniqueRkw, and if she can't do this, well, that's up to her. Anyways, take care.